Today I'm going to be showing off my favorite weapons in Destiny. Now these aren't the best weapons in game, but these are weapons that I really like and have kept around for a long time in my vault. Which is definitely a hassle because vault space is definitely a problem. So I'm going to start it off pretty strong with the IS Luna. Now this is one of the best rolls on IS Luna that you can get. Debatably, reinforced barrel is better than small bore, but you know, you have to work with what you're given with because RNG. Now, the Vanquisher 8, I believe, not a great roll. Nothing great about this. This archetype isn't good right now, but I've had this for so long in my vault that it will remain there for whatever reason. Yep, it looks pretty cool. I'll give it that. Oversoul Edict, if you don't have a Grasp or a Clever Dragon, this is pretty good replacement. I'd prefer a Clever Dragon because that weapon is so sick. Revelator, just to show you how garbage this weapon is. If you look at that range. Even with Rifled Barrel, it has so much less range than my IS Luna, which is just ridiculous. This archetype is just garbage. But yeah, that's a pretty good roll, so I have it, because Luck in the Chamber is my thing on hand cannons, and I get that quite a bit, so I keep it. So Luck in the Chamber and Rifled Barrel, basically all you need on a hand cannon, plus rangefinder makes it godlike. IS Luna, this is an alright roll. I think it was my first one, that's why I have it. Lord High Fixer, Rifled Barrel, Luck in the Chamber, Rifled Barrel. Oh no, that is Hammer Forged and Luck in the Chamber. Byronic Hero, I would really like a Rifled Barrel, Luck in the Chamber, Rangefinder, Byronic Hero, because I like it more than IS Luna. Just, I don't know, it feels better to me. Hopscotch Pilgrim, this is from year 1. Unfortunately, you can now get that again, so... Unfortunately, it got nerfed, I mean. Yeah, so... It's cool that you can get it again. Snakebite Surgeon, now I had this because I thought it was going to be a beast, but it's basically just a vacancy with slightly less impact and slightly more charge rate, so... Not too much to talk about. It looks pretty cool though, and I like its sights a lot. Also, it fits with like this theme of these weapons. As you can see, this sniper right here, which is, it's an alright sniper. It's a good archetype, but they match, and I think this sniper looks really cool in my opinion. This right here, Her Benevolence, debatably the best sniper in game. And this is, in my opinion, the best roll on it. Short Gaze, of course. Hidden Hand. Now, I use Injection Mold just because, like, with this amount of range on it, it feels like it has too much aim assist, which is kind of weird for me. And Replenish, which is a totally underrated perk in PvP, and I love it. Right here, Everneath Spear. This is my baby. This is all I use in basically year 1 and year 2. I don't know why, but this is my favorite sniper in the game. Short Gaze, Unflinching, Snapshot, and Clown Cartridge, which is a very good roll, at least for me. I'm most consistent with this, and now that this archetype is nerfed, debatably the best sniper in the game. Definitely for me, at least, personally. What else? Another Her Benevolence. Vestian Dynasty, this right here can definitely hurt if it's like shots actually land, which doesn't really matter because there's now the Trespasser. The BTRD, I'm glad I kept this thing. So basically, if you look at that stability on it, it's ridiculous. Plus you can get counterbalance right here and persistence, and you can also get perks to increase the stability more so. So if we compare that to this, as you can see, definitely if I change the ballistics, it'll have the same impact, but it just has more range, more stability, more reload, and more in the magazine, which is just ridiculous. So Quillam's Terramis is basically trash. Tomorrow's answer is the year 1 rocket launcher from Trials, which is godlike. It is just truth, but legendary, and I can't get a good rocket launcher in year 3, so I use this. Jolder's Hammer, now this right here is my favorite LMG in the game. It looks awesome, and it has the most important perk in the game on it, which is Field Scout, which basically makes it pick up more ammo than the BTRD, even though it has way less rate of fire and way more impact, which is ridiculous, and that's why you can no longer roll this, but it's the best perk ever for LMGs. So let's go into my vault now, see what else I got in here. And that lady's just yelling. I kept all of my year 1 trials weapons. I never got the scout rifle for whatever reason, but I got like 5 of these and like 5 of the hand cannons and stuff. But I kept this archetype, or this what is that called, element, because I don't like void. I don't like the void element. So this thing is not great or anything. It looks pretty cool. That's why I have it. This right here, not a fan of this archetype of sniper rifle, but this thing has crazy aim assist and unflinching, which is really good. This right here is not a good shotgun at all, but it looks super cool in my opinion. So that's why I have it. Found Verdict, you can go get that from Vault of Glass. This is the best roll on a shotgun in my opinion. Battle Runner and Replenish, of course Reinforced Barrel, because Battle Runner is just like a great, it's like, I don't know, it just feels like really good to just run away from your dead shotgun victim. And then Replenish, if you just keep an eye on your ammo, is really good because it gives you lots of ammo. This right here, the Nifty Biscuit, Sure Shot, Send It, and Look in the Chamber. If this thing had like 7, 8 rounds in it, I would never take this off, but unfortunately it only has 5, which means you can't really miss shots with it. But otherwise, this thing is a beast. It has crazy aim assist, and it is sticky. So, for a blue, really not bad. Plus, it looks super cool. Right here, that is a good roll. Luck in the Chamber, nothing really special about that except for Luck in the Chamber. Shadow of Veils, very good year 1 sniper. Looks super cool. Now there's the other one you can get in Rise of Iron, that's white. This one looks better just because of the scope, in my opinion, but otherwise, it's been outclassed by the white one. Here's Telesto. If you have not used Telesto, use it in PvP because it is crazy good and it maps people. And it's really fun to use, which is a really rare thing in Destiny. So, Fallwinter's Lie, don't hate me. Rangefinder, Aggressive Ballistics, Reinforced Barrel, and Knee Pads. Knee Pads is a really good perk just because it's always on, whether you have your primary, your secondary, or your heavy out. And of course, Rangefinder for that maximum kill, and Aggressive Ballistics gives it the most impact of any shotgun in the game, except for Matador can match it. I think that's about it. Murmur, this thing is pretty good just because you can mess with its impact so much, and it can really map people in the Crucible, and I have been mapping people within the Crucible. Plus 7 in the magazine is nothing to laugh at. This LDR, is beautiful. It feels really good. I wish it had short gaze so badly, but unflinching and clown cartridge is a really good perk setup for a sniper now, at least in my opinion. And this thing in year 1 was infamous because anybody could get it, and it had armor piercing rounds, which means you could just shoot through the entire map and kill people. This right here used to be really cool, but now it doesn't really matter because it's in Meta Multi-Tools archetype, but now there's other scout rifles that do that, so not really too big of a deal. Thing is, you can re-roll this, so you can get whatever perks you want on it. Personally, like full auto explosive rounds and Zen Moment is a really good setup. Explosive rounds are really underrated in PvP, and they're awful to play against. Once again, going with that like blue style of those weapons, like quite a few weapons fit in that. This right here, it looks really cool. It's got that blue going on. Very good roll. For some reason, this thing just feels like pure garbage, so I don't use it. But you know, Look in the Chamber, Reinforced Barrel. And Icarus. Icarus is a good perk too. The Devil You Don't. Now, if you look at this thing, look at that range. That range is awful. Look at that magazine size. That's awful. Look at that impact. It's awful. But it has crowd control and Zen Moment, which are 2 things you can't reroll on or get on most hand cannons nowadays. Oh, and also Field Scout. You can't get that at all. So I have this thing, and the reason I have it is because Zen Moment, Field Scout, and crowd control. If you look, crowd control, extended mag, and Zen Moment. It's like a tiny little Vix Mythoclast that sucks. But I don't know. I love it. But it's garbage. Don't ever use it. Right here, nothing special about this stat-wise, but if you take a look at its model, it's insane, and I really should try this out in Crucible sometime just to see what that giant black appendage looks like, because I bet it's pretty like screen blocking. Right here, Conspiracy Theory D, full auto and replenish. Really good perk setup in my opinion, which I also have on Party Crasher, which it's really cool to have two God rolled shotguns. The Chosen. Once again, not a fan of this archetype, but this gun looks super cool. Plus, it's got an alright roll. I don't know, I just have it around. I never use it at all. This right here, Perun's Fire. I love this thing with all my heart, but it just doesn't do the job anymore since fusion rifles got nerfed because it takes one more bullet to kill. I have a really good roll on it, but doesn't matter. That thing is pure garbage until it gets buffed. Lord High Fixer, this is a really good roll right now, but it doesn't have luck in the chamber, so I don't use it. Icarus, good perk. Outlaw, good perk. And Rifle Barrel. Nothing to hate on there. Now, this IS Luna is very similar to my first one, as you can see. Luck in the chamber, rangefinder, and reinforced barrel, which I'm not sure if I'll miss the stability on this thing, so I haven't used it yet, which I probably should, since that's a significant amount more range than the one I'm using has. So I will try this one out, and probably will be better than the one I have. So that's pretty cool that I have two of the exact same roll. And right here, Jewel of Osiris. This right here, I used this a lot in year one. This was what finally got me to stop using Last Word in the Crucible. Nothing really great about it except for perfect balance, I guess, which you don't really need balance on a hand cannon. I think it helped me just because like I hadn't really used a legendary hand cannon before, and like the perfect balance just helped me hit my shots. But yeah, those are my favorite weapons. If you guys have any really cool or old weapons sitting around your vault, type it in the comments below. See you later.